Happy Women's Day to all my women or female presenting. I only stand on business, and guess what? I specifically wore this t-shirt right here, like a boss, because I'm a girl boss. I gaslight, girl boss, gatekeep. Mark Zuckerberg, if you're watching this right now, Facebook and Instagram were down for like an hour, and that is a skill issue. Welcome in, everyone. Please be seated. Those two in the back. Shh. Make yourselves comfortable. Get your pens and papers ready. I better see everyone grabbing their notebooks. Get your pens out. There are refreshments. There's coffee and treats. They are to your left, but they will be served after the presentation. Also, please refrain from flash photography and audio recording. A copy of this slideshow will be available for distribution after this meeting. And then also, most importantly, please save your questions until the end of the presentation, all right? For all legal purposes, this presentation is satire. Twitch and anyone else watching, PETA, please don't sue me. This is a satire warning. You have to remember your fire exits in case of a fire or an emergency, because you never know when the coffee machine in the office kitchen will light up in flames. So you must remember that there are fire exits to the 69th staircase on your left. Also, just a PSA, whoever keeps leaving used condoms in the break room, just stop. HR will also be reporting all those who don't follow the fire evacuation drill. So if you are joining into this meeting virtually and experience any IT issues, please make sure you reach out to our IT team. They are here to help you. That's why they were hired. So can we give a kudos to Mark and Bill for being dedicated members of the IT team? Please type your preferred pronouns in the chat. My pronouns are she/hers, but I will never be her. Better yet, actually, my pronouns are none. Please do not refer to me. Don't address me. Don't perceive me. I do not exist. The title of my presentation today is How to Be a Content Creator by yours truly, me. After this presentation, your tiny little puny rotting brains will be filled with juicy knowledge by me. And if you follow these steps, I guarantee you will become the most successful content creator on every platform. Guaranteed, or money back in 30 days. And this is inspired by a streamer called The Veil, so creds to them. Before we get to the how, we must first ask the why. Why do you want to be a content creator? Ask yourself this: how am I gonna be the most successful content creator? How am I gonna be on Pokemon level, Ludwig level, Moist Critical level content creator? Is it because of NFTs? These bored apes can be worth millions of dollars. Maybe it's because you want to sell your overpriced products. As you can see, people will still pay for them. You want to venture into new business models. Maybe you're exploring new boundaries. Maybe you're surpassing your limits. Who knows? How far are you willing to go to break the barriers, to be a trailblazer on Twitch? Creativity knows no bounds, and these women and men have defied all content creation odds. You see this? This is innovation. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, I have to point out that streaming on Twitch is the most difficult job in the world. You heard it from the expert himself, that playing video games and talking to online strangers for 9+ hours a day is harder than doing a normal job. Think of the most normal jobs you can think of: a nurse, engineer, doctor, lawyer, plumber. Think of those jobs and think that streaming is even more difficult than those normie jobs. Why have a boring 9 to 5 when you can be doing a work from home 6 p.m. to 3 a.m., sometimes 5 a.m.? Streaming is the most difficult job in the world. Are you willing to risk it all to have the most difficult job in the world? Happy International Women's Day, Bun Bun. Oh, who's farted? If someone farts during the meeting, I'm gonna have to write you up to HR. It's not professional to be farting during the meeting. Sexism. Period. In order to become a successful content creator, one must embrace sexism. See, look, hold on. Let me get to my point. You can't spell success without sex. It worked for top streamers like Ninja, Gideon, Aiden Ross. Look how successful they are. The reason why I'm not a top successful streamer like them is because I'm not sexist enough. Next piece of advice that I have for you: be controversial, get canceled. The best way to get clout is to cause controversy. No one wants to see good news anymore. Who wants to see good news? Not me. As you can see, the Paul brothers know how to stir things up. Not only are they sexist, but they are controversial, which has led them to their success in the content creation space. Getting canceled, such as hate rating, fighting people, boxing people, been a proven and effective way to engage your audience. Bad publicity is still publicity, and any clout is still good clout. I have another suggestion for you. Invest in something that's actually worth it, like Ninja's master course. He will teach you to be a successful content creator, but most of all, he will teach you how to crank 90s in Fortnite. That's the most important thing. Do you guys know why I'm not a successful content creator? It's because I didn't dye my hair blue. Not only am I not sexist, but I didn't dye my hair blue. So that's why I'm not a successful content creator. It only costs $1,200, but it is worth every single dollar and penny. Next, I have a very, very important acronym that you guys memorize. LEACH. L-E-E-C. Let's run through this acronym. Write this down in your notes. First, L is for learn from the best. E is emancipate and proclamate. E is educate and eat the asses. This is my favorite one. This is the most important one. And what I'm doing right now, educating, not eating the asses. C is create content for the masses. Last but not least, H is hire more editors, but do not pay them. Let me give you guys a little bit of a side note. The reason why we don't pay our editors is because we cannot afford them. I'm gonna say it, we can't afford them. We're broke bitches. They are doing this out of the goodness of their hearts. And us content creators, we must take advantage of them. Show your assets. Use your body. Maybe consider being a hot tub streamer. Why not? I am going to showcase some examples in the following slides. Don't go a little too crazy or feral, but then again, it's understandable if you do go a little crazy and feral the next few slides. Exhibit B is the GAT. We have streamers that like to take pictures and show off their GAT. How else do you think they got famous? See right there? We have Alinity. Here we go. We got Pokemon's GAT as well. And I have GAT to have Patrick Starr's glute routine. Next thing you'll be saying is that you have GAT to have Patrick Starr's glute routine. And if you don't have any of the previously mentioned assets, you can just fake them and just create your own by becoming a VTuber. YouTuber. You can even add the jiggle physics to them. I can see all of you drooling right now and going feral. I know you guys like the VTuber boobas. And also, who says men can't have the boobas? Speaking of, make sure you pay your dues to Jeff and Susan. They need you and your money to survive, or else they can't afford basic life necessities such as a private jet, a mansion. This is very, very important, guys. This is the checkpoint on where I pause my presentation to give you a friendly reminder that you can use your Twitch Prime to sub to your favorite streamer. It doesn't have to be me. It could be someone else. It better be me. But make sure you pay your dues to the Bezos. So another tip that I have for you is to broadcast every second of your life. Reconsider showing your viewers every little detail and aspect of your life and that they don't need to know about. So for example, consider shitting on stream, sleeping on stream, or just never turn off the end stream button. So we are being watched every second of our lives. So why not profit off of our privacy? Every minute you spend touching grass, hanging out with family, sleeping, hanging out with friends, you could be creating content and making some dimes off of it. Fart equals funny. Loud equals funny. Therefore, fart equals loud. A good example of funny is I Show Speed, also known as I Show Meat, a very young and successful content creator. As long as your audience of 9-year-old little boys are laughing and entertained, you are on the right path to success, guaranteed. As long as you're loud, you are farting, and you're funny, that is the path to success. You know what else is funny? Minions. Minions is funny. Remember Minions memes? The ones that mom and your grandma like to share on Facebook? Those are funny for your boomer audiences. We just got those approved in corporate Canada and America. So look, when I fart and wait for people to smell it, teehee, Minions, haha! That was Mikey today with his hot dog. Today I've handpicked and curated my favorite Minion memes. Here we go. Did someone order filet minion? Your father and I are getting a divorce. We are all hurtling towards death. These are great. These are wonderful Minions memes. Networking. Very, very simple. Use other people for clout and money. Parasocial relationships with your viewers. Ask yourself, how am I gonna be a millionaire if I don't know a millionaire? How am I gonna be a big content creator if I don't know a big content creator? This is why you should be networking. How am I gonna be a billionaire? How am I gonna be on time if I don't know anyone else who's on time? Next, I've got a very, very clever solution for you guys. Pretend to be poor. People are more likely to sympathize with the poor and the homeless. So people are also less likely to tip if you do a bad job. So you have to pretend that you're doing a good job to be tipped and also get the other tip, if you know what I mean. Why else do you think I call myself the moneyless magnificent? My name may be money, but I actually don't have money. This is why I pretend to be poor. I said it right here. Next, speaking of money, not me, but actual dineros, we should be talking about money management. On that note, you may ask yourself, how am I going to make funds if I can't manage the funds? So this is why money management is very, very important. Stop buying Uber Eats and act like you're saving dollars, when in reality, you aren't saving anything. Next time you're thinking of buying food, just think to yourself, instead of buying that 6-piece chicken nugget from McDonald's for lunch, why not just sleep it off? When you're sleeping, you're saving money. And while you're at it, why not stream yourself sleeping? Therefore, making a profit, and then you can use that money to purchase your next meal. It's a win-win situation. The cycle continues. You don't work harder. You just work smarter. And the next piece of advice I have for you, smile through the pain. No matter how tough things get, you should always smile. Don't take things too personally. When there are trolls, there is clout, and that is a sign of success. Look at this guy, for example. Germa985, very big streamer, has a wonderful smile. Doesn't that smile brighten your day? Never forget that no one wants to see a depressed streamer. That's why I say, smile through the pain. We don't want to see depression. I'm smiling right now. Another really good example, be an Among Us streamer. Playing Among Us equals success. These are the Among Us stocks based on the referrals and the equities amassed from all the streamers on Twitch and YouTube. Especially during the pandemic, you see right there, 2020 to 2023, the stocks have gone up for Among Us. This is a very accurate graph and depiction that if you play Among Us with famous streamers, you will succeed and make a lot of money. For example, see Offline TV and their ratings have skyrocketed since they played Among Us. Next is very, very important. Write this down in your notebooks, guys. Write this down. Exploit children. Use these children's money to gamble. Build parasocial relationship for free labor. A good example of this is a famous streamer, Trainwrecks. He used all of his child viewers and gambled on stream, losing more than $3.5 million. Build parasocial relationships for free labor. Give them false hope and fake promises that you will give them V-Bucks if they sub to your channel. Remember I Show Speed, aka I Show Meat? He also promoted a crypto scam to children. He got a lot of attention from that. Will this be a bad influence on your younger viewers? You might ask yourself. Probably, but don't forget, they are still profiting off of your entertainment. This is actually something that I think all of you guys who are watching this right now, also I'm no active shooters, thank goodness. All of you who are watching this right now could really use this piece of advice. Don't shower. Stay stinky. How can you call yourself a gamer if you shower? A real and true gamer never showers, never takes care of their hygiene, is always stinky, and never touches grass. Excuse me. This is why you should stay stinky in order to stay as a relevant streamer / gamer. Get yourself a gamer chair like this one. Built-in toilet, so you don't even have to move out of your spot when you need to do your business. Next one, I think, is very important and very innovative. Pyramid schemes work. I'm gonna say it right now. The most effective way to make money is to be part of a pyramid scheme. If you're not willing to put in the effort to join a pyramid scheme, how else are you gonna have $1 billion? Actually, let's not call it a pyramid scheme, but rather a triangle of opportunity. You can be your own boss. You can achieve financial freedom. A very good anecdote, a story on how to be rich. Just have rich parents. Bruh. You could also be part of a rich family, born into wealth, and your family takes advantage of an apartheid and makes their money from mining minerals in emeralds in Zambia that overwork and abuse people. That's how you make a profit. This guy did it, and now he owns Twitter, aka X.com. How to be rich, just have rich parents. Speaking of money, at the end of the day, money is just a social concept. It's a product of society. I'll show you guys a quick story, a little anecdote. Once upon a time, I gave $12,000 to a Nigerian prince. He traded that money and gave me crates filled with diamonds. It turns out those diamonds were not really diamonds and they were just bags of cocaine. Did I profit off of those crates? Yes and no. I lost $12,000, but I gained a meaningful relationship with the Nigerian prince.
Oh my God!
You can't take money to the grave with you, but you can leave an impactful legacy behind as a content creator. That was in the past. Now we're in the future. We think only ahead. You gotta spend money to make money. How are you gonna have $1 billion if you don't know $1 billion? How are you gonna be a billionaire if you don't know a billionaire? Fuck the relationship. What did you do with the snow? That is confidential. You won't ever know.
Bruh.
I cannot disclose this information to my clients. How do you know you won't get hoodwinked again and thought by the prince? I won't, because money is just a social concept. It's just a construct of society. Hoodwinked? What's that? I don't know. I just know the movie, and that was a great movie. It was a great animated movie. Thank you everyone for listening. Now, are there any questions? Can I get a raise? Next question. Are we getting paid? Next question. Is it pizza time? Yes. Couldn't that have been an email? No. What's our pay and salary looking like for being a part of this company? That's confidential. Next question. Can I go to the bathroom? No. It's may I, not can. We're keeping this professional. 5'3"? Yes, I'm 5'3", but 5'7" when company sales go up, stocks go up, and I'm sitting on company money. Yes, meeting is adjourned. CEO stands for current employee owner. What? That's crazy. I have another question. What does a badass boss like you fancy doing when not in the workplace? You know what I do, C-Squared? I ride in my private jet on the weekends. I gamble at the casinos. I lose all the company money and I fly back Monday morning and then I start over again. You haven't done your taxes? Get it done already? That's too bad because I'm the CEO of this company and I don't do my taxes. Speaking of money, one last thing is I'd like you guys to check out my Ko-Fi shop. I am selling glass anime paintings. If you guys want a custom made anime painting, I don't pay in money. I don't even pay in Bitcoin. I don't even pay in cryptocurrency. I pay with food. Most recently, I pay you guys in Parmesan cheese gratings. I hope you guys enjoyed the Parmesan cheese.